Hi, I'm Dodds, and this is my e-portfolio. The e-portfolio really helped me out with just another form of technology used to help employers or even companies try to find me, and I can contact them a lot easier. It was a challenge to get through because this is a new technology I have not used, and I have not messed around with Google a whole lot. But on the side here on the left, you can see I have my resume, concept maps, practical reports, teaching approach, teaching with technology, teacher's work sample, and my portfolio defense. First here for my welcome page, it just gives a little brief information on myself. I'm a junior at Indiana State. I'm majoring in physical education, teacher education, and a minor in rec sport management. And I'm also a student assistant for the Indiana State women's basketball team, practice player, and I assist in other various types of other things. For my resume, if you hit resume, you can go to my resume. It gives my contact information. It tells about some of my experience here at ISU and some of the things that I've been involved in past summer jobs, some of the things that I've created and helped assist with. Talked about my past education with Indiana State. I'm currently enrolled, my 2 high schools that I attended, some of my skills, and my 3 references that is displayed here. And then for the concept maps, in my education class, we highly hit the topic on content area reading. And for this first one, it is very vague and unplanned kind of deal. But it was just very undetailed because we did not know much about it. So that's what my first views of content area reading was. And as we go to the second one, it's very much more detailed. It tells more about some of the reading strategies that we focused on throughout the course of the semester and what they mean to me and what they can do to help better students' understanding of the deep reading and content area reading. Next are my practicum reports. I observed an elementary class here in Terre Haute, and whenever I observed, I noticed that the students, they sat in the library on computers, and it was very young, so there was not much deep reading involved with this assignment. So they sit there and kind of learn the basics of reading, because with anything, when you do something, you have to have a base. And the base was basically like vocabulary, summarizing, be able to construct sentences and construct paragraphs and summarize different things that they were reading. And for the first 6 hours of it, that's pretty much all I did. And the teachers would just walk around to just basically proofread and monitor them to make sure they were doing what they were supposed to do. Whenever I went there to tutor, I had my own row of students to talk to and proofread and monitor and make sure their vocab was right, and just punctuation and other grammar issues that they were having trouble with. Next, with my teaching approach, this basically explains what teaching means to me and what some of the things that I will implement in my classroom. And I also talk about the importance of demonstration to students in the physical education setting and how important that is for them to properly get the skill done that we will be talking about. And then from maybe a health education standpoint, it's also displays different reading strategies we will use when we get in the textbook and different activities that we will have to learn from and use and get the students more engaged and make sure the class is a lot of fun. As I scroll down and as you read more, it talks about some of my learning styles and some of the things that I will do to make sure that the learning environment is safe, fun, and we all get learning out of it. Next, my teaching with technology paper, and it's called Simple Mind. It's very similar to the Poplet, which is what I used for my concept maps, and it's just basically more mind mapping skills that they can use to for even introduce themselves or a different topic that you can use to work with. Next is my teacher's work sample. Here on the left side, I have my lessons and just a brief description of what each lesson is about. And then on the right side, it has links to my lesson plan and my assignments. One of my first lesson plans it involves with physical education and health and the subject, and it just talks about how we can be more healthy and we can get a good enough, more of a better night's rest and eating our vegetables right. And as it goes down, you see the points of the warm up and the activity 2, activity 3. Just different activities I use in the class to help engage the students and make sure they learn something out of it. Here I have the rationale, which is the reason why I used what I did for everything in the closure and then my assessment. And these are some of the assignments I was going to use. Then if you go back and hit the assignment page, it's an actual worksheet of what the assignment or assessment will look like. And here I provide the directions for what they need to do, and I provide examples for how the students should set up how their paper should look like. And we have a food diary for breakfast, and then we also have a one-day schedule of what they're doing each and every hour. And as you scroll down, You see like a workout, we have like, I had to make them do 6 different type of exercises with sets and reps of each one. And then also I include the directions again, and then just a template for what each one should look like. And then same thing with my lesson 2 and my lesson 3. This is the link, and then you can also go to the assignment also. Then here's my portfolio defense. This is where my videos you're watching right now will be displayed. Are there any questions? Nope. All right, thank you.